Extra and Fletcher just wanted to drop a quick note to remind you and to encourage you that no matter what you may be going through, you can make it. Keep pushing forward and never underestimate your own strength. You're capable of achieving incredible things, so keep believing in yourself and never give up. You've got what it takes to overcome any challenge that comes your way. Keep pushing forward. Yes, you're in a battle, but you can fight back. Tune in to us every Monday and Wednesday on Word on the Streets at 7 p.m. We're here to give you tools to help you in your battle.
Good evening, this is Black History 365 Days, with another extraordinary story making headlines today.
Michael Jordan, a basketball legend. Michael Jordan, born on February 17, 1963, in Brooklyn, New York, is widely considered one of the greatest basketball players of all time. Growing up in Wilmington, North Carolina, Jordan's love for basketball was fueled by his competitive nature and desire to surpass his older brother. After being cut from his high school's varsity team as a sophomore, Jordan turned his disappointment into determination, practicing tirelessly to improve his skills. His dedication paid off, and he eventually led his team to the state championship. Jordan's college career at the University of North Carolina was marked by significant achievements, including winning the NCAA championship game in 1982 and earning a gold medal with the U.S. men's basketball team in the 1984 Summer Olympics. Drafted by the Chicago Bulls in 1984, Jordan quickly established himself as a dominant force in the NBA. His exceptional scoring ability, athleticism, and competitive spirit led the Bulls to 6 NBA championships between 1991 and 1998. Beyond his basketball career, Jordan's impact extends to his role as a cultural icon. His Air Jordan brand revolutionized the sneaker industry, and his competitive spirit and iconic image have inspired countless athletes and fans worldwide. Key achievements: 6-time NBA champion, 5-time NBA Most Valuable Player, 14-time NBA All-Star, 10-time NBA Scoring Champion, 6-time NBA Finals MVP, 2-time Olympic gold medalist. Jordan's legacy as a basketball legend is cemented by his extraordinary talent, unwavering determination, and enduring impact on the sport. World premiere Word on the Streets proudly salute Michael Jordan. This is Black History 365 Days.
Ladies and gentlemen, get set for an engaging and enlightening show. Let's welcome our hosts, the brilliant Larry Moten, aka Extraordinaire, and the fantastic amazing Keith Fletcher. They've crafted the incredible show, Word on the Streets. Grab your favorite listening spot and tune in. Don't forget to invite your friends by sending them a quick text or a shout out on your favorite social media platform. We believe it's a show you won't want to miss.
evening, good evening, good evening, good evening once again to everybody out there. This is World Premiere Word on the Streets with your favorite host. I am extraordinaire and, of course, the amazing Mr. Keith Fletcher. What's up, my brother?
Man, what's going on, man? The weather in Texas, nice and sunny, shining, hot, man. Everything going good, man. Everything is going good. How about you?
Oh, man, I'm doing wonderful, man. Everything is going fantastic. So good to see you, man, from our last meeting out here on Word on the Streets. It's just good to be back on live, brother.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Hey, today on Monday, man, waiting for the excited about the people that's here, man. Y'all hit that like button, share, support us, subscribe to us, man. Subscribe to us and tell a friend to tell a friend. Come on.
There you go. And already in our chat room, we have Miss Selena in the chat room. So thank you for being there, always being there, and for supporting us and sharing our link.
Yes.
Friends, we are so excited to be back on. If you all missed our last show on Wednesday, you need to go back and check that show out. Keith Fletcher was amazing, just like his name, the amazing Mr. Keith Fletcher. You need to check it out, friend. The segment you want to look for is called The Wealth Mindset, Mastering Money. Last Wednesday show, The Wealth Mindset, Mastering Money. I really enjoyed that show. He shared a lot of valuable information, and I know without a shadow of a doubt, you will be able to pick up on some of the value he shared with us all on that show. So I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss the opportunity to remind all of you all out there to go back and check that show out. What's up, Fletcher?
Yeah, man. Like I said, I tell people about the show, man. We just try to build something. We try to build a community and help each other grow. We all have our issues. We all been through some things. So if we can just, help someone not to go through something, we can guide them through with something we say. Because sometimes people just need a word, and faith come by what hearing. So we also all of us got something that we can give to someone, and we doing our part, man. Both of us, I feel we doing our part, our little small part, and then turn into a big part. Jesus fed how many? We're just small, so we can feed a lot. You know what I'm saying? With our voice of what we saying. So that's what we're here to do, man. We're here to help our community grow. As they grow, we grow. We say that all the time. So I enjoy being here with Extraordinaire. I enjoy being here with y'all. And every day we trying to get better. We trying to learn more. We trying to get better so we can get better for y'all and for our family. Man, that's it, bro.
Right. And tonight's show, friends, we're going to be diving into mastering your mood, mastering our mood. We're going to dive into that segment. So we hope you stay with us, tune in. If you want to, I see Ladiana just drove up. Hello, Ladiana. Welcome to the show. If you're interested in sharing your 2 cents, our chat room is open. And if you'd like to come on and exchange live on the air, we'll put a link also in the chat room later on during the show. But friends, we're not going to prolong this show because we do have a lot that we want to talk about. And we're going to move on to our news. Oh, before we do, make sure that you all tune in to be back with us on Thursday evening. If the hurricane, I almost forgot, Fletcher. I'm thinking Thursday evening. We also have a Wednesday show, but
tell them what's going on. Yeah, let them know what's going on.
Yeah. We're live. We're live right now from southwestern Louisiana and from the great city of Dallas. But right now, even as we speak live, there's a hurricane hovering over this part of the country. So depending on what the weather might do or does not do, it will depend on whether we are able to come and go live come Wednesday or possibly even Thursday. We just don't know.
Thursday, Bertrand got Thursday, so it might have to be later than that.
Right.
Thursday, yeah. So.
Right. We just don't know. So we'll be doing the plan that by ear, moment by moment, see how the weather's going to turn out. So y'all stay put. Stay safe. If you are in Louisiana, stay safe, y'all. We all are very familiar with hurricanes. And of course, the wings are wide and spread, so it's probably going to hit some parts of Texas too, I suppose.
Off that Gulf, yeah.
Yes, exactly. Once you get in the Gulf, anything can happen. As we have learned in the past, once you get on that body of water and the wind start blowing, it can go in any direction. But we're not going to hold you all up. We're going to go into our news. And after the news, we're going to chop it up about mastering our mood. What can we do? What can't we do? Does it affect us on our job, in relationship, personally, with family? We're going to talk about all of that and a little bit more. So, Fletcher, before I go in the news, my brother, anything else you want to add?
Yeah, that's it, man. Ready to roll, man. Sarah Jones on the deck.
Let's put her on.
Today's headlines.
Hi, I'm Sarah Jones, reporting to you from WOTS.
Word on the streets community, I want to bring to your attention a recent scam that's been making the rounds on social media, particularly on TikTok. It's being called the Chase Money Glitch. But let me be clear, it's not a glitch, it's fraud. The scam involves writing a fake check, depositing it into a Chase bank account, and then withdrawing the funds before the check is verified. However, this is not a legitimate way to get free money, and it's actually a form of traditional check fraud. Banks have been reporting an increase in check fraud in recent years, and this scam is just one example. The consequences of participating in this scam can be severe, including negative balances and potential legal action. It's also worth noting that fake check scams are on the rise, where scammers will mail you a check and ask you to deposit it. I'm Sarah Jones, reminding world premiere Word on the Streets community to please beware. Newsflash: avoid these phrases to project confidence. Today, we're diving into the world of communication, specifically how to project confidence and avoid coming across as weak or insecure. According to experts, even the smallest phrases can have a significant impact on how others perceive you. Often, we use certain phrases without realizing their negative connotations. Words like "I'm sorry," "I just," and "I don't know" can inadvertently undermine our confidence and make us appear less assertive. For example, constantly saying "I'm sorry" can make your request seem less important. Instead of apologizing for asking a question, simply state your request clearly and confidently. Similarly, using the word "just" can diminish the significance of what you're saying. If something is important, state it without hesitation. Finally, admitting that you don't know something isn't always a bad thing. However, instead of saying "I don't know," try phrases like "That's a great question. Let me think about that," or "I'm not sure at the moment, but I'll do some research and get back to you." By avoiding these common phrases and practicing assertive communication, you can project confidence and command respect in both personal and professional settings. Remember, confidence is key to success, so choose your words wisely. I'm Sarah Jones, reporting live from world premiere Word on the Streets.
Reporting from WOTS. Now, back to the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, Word on the Streets proudly present our book of the week.
Silence Your Mind by Dr. Ramesh Manocha. Are you tired of the constant chatter in your head? Dr. Ramesh Manocha's Silence Your Mind offers a unique approach to meditation that can help you quiet your mind and unlock your full potential. This Australian bestseller introduces a simple yet powerful meditation technique that can help you improve sleep, reduce racing thoughts, and achieve restful sleep, enhance focus, increase concentration and productivity, boost creativity, tap into your hidden talents, and unleash your imagination. Reduce stress, find inner peace, and manage anxiety. With just 10 to 15 minutes of daily practice, you can experience the transformative benefits of mental silence. Silence Your Mind is a scientifically backed guide that offers a refreshing and effective approach to meditation. This book will transform your life. Scan the QR code or click our special link in the description.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, get ready for a life-changing conversation right after this short
but yet powerful. Thought-provoking speech.
And it becomes obvious, right? I mean, you can talk to someone for 30 seconds and you know right away if they have that victim mentality. The world's falling down, they're tired, they have so much to do, they're so busy, X, Y, and Z. Look, having that mindset does two things for you. One, it makes you come across helpless and weak, and no one wants to come across that way. Two, it does not get you to where you're going. It does not change the situation. Right? Here's the reality. There is always a way to get what you want. There is always a way to position yourself to move away from what you don't want. You can quite literally become what you want to become, but you cannot look at life like it's this problem, like it's against you. The ball is in your court. You know, it wasn't that long ago, 2-3 years ago, that I was not the happiest guy in the world, right? Did not like what I was doing, did not like how I was spending my time, was not energized, was not passionate about very much. But the time came where I didn't want to live like that. I had a conversation with myself. I stopped being the victim. I stopped complaining. And I asked myself, dude, what do you want? What is your purpose? What is your goal? Who do you want to become? And I literally made the decision and walked away a different person. And the things around me changed. My life changed. Because I made a decision to never be the victim again, to get what I want. I became the author of my own story. And you realize just how simple it is to transform your situation. Not easy, right? And it takes time. But there's always a way to get from point A to point B. And this separates the world into two kinds of people. People who look at how things are, who accept reality as truth, who complain, and people who look at what can be, who make the most of any situation. Look at life as if it's clay, to be molded, to be shaped. It seems funny to me, knowing what I do now, that I went through any of my life like a hamster on a wheel. That I talked to people every day who didn't energize me, that I didn't want to be around, that I did things I wasn't passionate about. That is insanity. Because if you don't like something, but you do nothing to change it, what's left for you to do? Complain, whine, stay where you are, that's it. See, one of the reasons I reference athletics so much is because they bring this mentality on you that when things become difficult, when things become challenging, your one job is to find a way to figure it out. And I always did. And I took that and I brought it to everything else I do. And now it's eye-opening to see people achieving success, financial freedom, these things everyone wants, and know that the difference between them and everyone else is that they felt like they deserved it. A lot of the time they weren't smarter, stronger, they weren't more gifted starting out, but they moved toward what they wanted. They didn't cry or groan about the problems, they didn't look for sympathy. Those at the top of the mountain are not victims. They would never let themselves be victims. It's about the other side, the opportunity. Getting from where you are to what you want.
Getting from where you are. Where are you right now in your life? That's what Fletcher and I, that's what we talk about on this platform. How do we change from where we are to where we truly want to be? You see, friends, I've listened and have read enough to come to this conclusion that much of our problems, 95% 95% of our problems is in our mind, in our thoughts. And to just put a bow on it, earlier this evening, I was listening to a gentleman by the name of Michael Beckwith. And he have counseled many famous people, Michael Jackson, Oprah Winfrey, and a whole list of people. And the things he said, the words that he said, are pretty much the very same words, Fletcher, that you and I say every Monday, every Wednesday. Kind of made me feel pretty good, to be perfectly honest with you. It reminded me that you and I, we got the right foot and we on the right side of the track. You see, if you're struggling on the job, in your relationship, with your finance, in your personal life, the struggle, the battle, more than 90% is within you. How many times have you heard Fletcher and I say, take a look in that mirror and deal with the reflection you see in the mirror, which is yourself? Now, personally, I believe, and I could be wrong, that people have a tendency to belittle conversation when you say it's your mind, it's the way that you think and look at things. For some reason, I think people think, that's nothing. That's an easy fix. I think Fletcher, sometimes they quickly to want to toss the notion, they just toss that aside as if it's unimportant. When in reality, it's probably the most important thing in your life. Because even a person like Fletcher who take health paramount, he and his wife who take finance paramount, I think they would be first to tell you. I think he would be first to tell you, if your mind not set right, it's all for nothing. It's like, we all have heard the old saying, it's like building a home on quicksand. If it's not a solid foundation, if your mind not right, it all will fall down as quickly as you put in all that work, all that effort to make these gains financially, with your credit, with your health, only for months later to regain that weight, months later to damage, to go get deeper in debt, months later to get that new relationship only to have it come apart a year or two later, because you have not mastered that inner self. Personal development, friends, is no joke. We just can't toss it aside because it affects everything else. And that's why this topic, mastering your mood, is so important. Go ahead on, Fletcher.
Yeah. Yeah, mastering your mood would mean, I think, you made a point like people not knowing people figuring out what they want. My opinion, I'm going to just use me. My problem was back then, I didn't know what I wanted. And when I didn't know what I wanted, I didn't know some things. I didn't know where I was going. So we always talk about understanding and knowledge. My mood, when I didn't understand something, that controlled my mood. When I had a lack of something, a limit of something, somebody had over me, that mood, I felt some type of way. If I didn't understand something, I would get a certain type of way. You trying to talk over my head. You trying to make me look stupid. See, your mood can be controlled by a lot of things. Your mood, how you feel, emotional. It's a feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we talk about the spiritual health, physical health. See, they got spiritual moods. You know, they got physical moods, they got mental moods, and they got financial moods. Spiritual moods, you in church. You know what I'm saying? You trying to do right, and you something didn't go right. You're trying to get to church. You're driving, and somebody stop you, and you're trying to get, but you upset. You know what I'm saying? You trying to, you feel someone did something wrong in the church, or did something wrong, or said something wrong with God, or said something wrong in the Bible. You got a mood there. Your physical body, you got a mood that your body's hurting, you're aching, you can't get that energy, so you got a mood. When you walk up into the gym, your whole energy. And I train people, they come in, you can see the mood. Oh, I didn't sleep well last night. I got no argument with my job. I got to go to, that's the whole mood change. Mentally mood. You know, mentally, man, you're stressed out. Something that happened with you and your wife, you had an argument, your kids. You're trying to figure out something in your childhood, things that been bothered. So it change your mood, it carry you everywhere, your whole day, when you go to work. Somebody say something to you, take it the wrong way. And then financial. You know that financially move. You ain't got enough money. You live a paycheck to paycheck. The bill collector's calling. See, all that can change your mood, put you in a bad situation, put you in a bad way. You know what I'm saying? And you have all that on you, and now somebody come and say something to you. Something that any other day wouldn't bother you. Woke up that day, great day, everything going right, sun is shining, but those things start happening, and it can cause you to be in a terrible mood. It can cause you to mess up some things. It can cause you to lose yourself. And we say, go look in the mirror, go fix yourself, go figure out what you want. And sometimes you're so wrapped up that you can't, frame it up in your mind a certain way. You so that mood, you start thinking something that ain't even true. You just, like you said, going deep into yourself, and you done made up something that ain't even true because of your mood. And it carries on and on. So now you say, hey, what do you want? What is stopping you? And see, then people try to talk to you. I'm all right. I don't need that. I'm good. And see, the best thing for you is communication. The best thing for you is somebody trying to help you and work it through with you. Well, why are you mad? Well, because they did this. Well, how did they do this? Because at the end of the day, you can talk this and point the finger. At the end of the day, like Extraordinaire say, look in that mirror, go in deep, and whatever happened, don't control none of your mood. Just because you had a bad day at church, at the gym, or you didn't sleep well, or you mentored the kid, and your finances, you still in control of all of it. And that's what you say about mastering. Once you understand that, you can create, like you said, and mold your life. You can create and just mold what you can say, hey, not today. I'm going to have a great day. I've been blessed to just wake up to do. You hear me say that every morning. I say, I think the blessing for me is to wake up to do better, be better, and have better. I get to correct all my wrong. And I say, cover me from my head to my foot. Protect me from myself. And that's what we got to start doing. We got to start talking and looking in that mirror and getting prepared, because we know what the day brings. We don't know what tomorrow brings. So why don't we prepare ourselves? Like you say, you can some do meditation. Some do what do you call that? I am.
Right, affirmation.
Affirmations. Read books. Work on your temper. Deal with your behavior. I said all the time, let your behavior, pour all that out, that liquid out. See, all that comes from somewhere internally. You see that person that's always happy. It's all, hey, how you doing? Man, have a blessed day. They have mastered their mood. Mm-hmm. They have mastered these things. So it's a way to master, it's a way to control, it's a way, but it's gonna take you spending time with thyself. You gotta learn that no one controls you. You can, like you said, you can build your own life, you can create your own atmosphere, you can create and build and mold and clay that none of those things can ever bother you. But it takes time to master that. It takes time to build that, to create that. Go ahead, Shona.
And that is exactly right. So so what Fletcher is saying, what we both are saying, is this is not a small task,
No.
but it's an important one.
It takes a lot of work.
Yeah, it takes a lot of work. You have to be willing to actually look at yourself. And I'm not sure we always want to examine and look at ourselves. I'm not so sure about that.
You will get to a point that you will be okay with it, but
Yeah.
it's a daily work. It's a daily putting in that work, looking at yourself. Because when you first start off, you losing, you failing. You know, you're like, man, you know, and especially if you got an accountability partner, somebody that you agreed to be there, and they telling you just getting killed. Because you start off anything, like you go to gym when you first start off, you weak, you sore, and all that. It's just something new that's gonna take that. But you got to keep working that muscle. You got to keep working it, keep trying to keep putting it in. I'm sorry about cutting you out. Go ahead.
No. Man, that's all any kind of good information, because the bottom line is understanding. You see, and then when those opportunities that comes up, they are important to be said, because somebody out there is really tired of life getting the best of them. You know, many of us, we watch certain people on TV, on the internet, and we must be honest, some people are more attractive than others in how they come across. And we don't have a clue of what may be going on in their life, but the way that they speak, man, it's just alluring. It just something attractive about them. And it attracts you to them. That is a person who have mastered their mood. You see, you can have a tough situation, disagreement with your significant other, but by no means your disagreement personally at home should affect you having to speak to another group of people that have nothing to do with the disagreement you had with your significant other at home. And far too often, Fletcher, too often we have allowed what problems we've had someplace else to overlap in another segment of our life, which have had nothing to do with whatever. We have to master that, friends. And also on this very platform, I was reminded of something from Herbal Expedition, listening to Miss Shonda Bertrand show on the segment called Detoxification. You all may want to check that out. Go and look at world premiere Word on the Streets, Herbal Expedition. The topic is about detoxification. You know, we often hear, and I have used the slogan as well, that music is a universal language, and it is. And how certain song can instantaneously take us back into a certain time. We can almost feel how we felt that moment, what was going on that moment. But listen to Miss Bertrand and her special guest, Miss Val, I think her last name is McKnight. They brought up two other points besides music that have an effect on our mood. And that is odor and food. Certain odor can change our mood. Fragrance like lavender. And let me see if I could. But certain scents and certain foods like fatty food, omega-3 foods, fish, salmon. So while we talk about mastering our mood, we have to consider all these factors. And even you have to notice your own mood. What things trigger you when you eat them or drink them, and what things does not. I know with my body type, I love coffee, I love caffeine. But if I drink caffeine and haven't eaten any food, I know I have to be mindful of my temper, because it can switch my temper before I know it. Then my temper, my emotion have gotten the best of me. And when I go back and reflect, it have gotten the best of me in the worst of ways. And see, but each person is different. Certain foods trigger you. It may not be coffee for you. It may be, I don't know, it may be alcohol. It could be anything. But you know what they are. And you know your mood switch. You know what calls you. You know what your trigger points are. When you know what those points are, friends, you have to really deal with it and don't just accept that. That is the thing that I think Fletcher and I, well, I'm going to speak for myself. I know that is the thing that really concerns me, to be very honest with you all, is that areas that I personally know that are not helpful for me, and I just allow that area of my life to just stay the same, and then want to complain about things. I have a hard time tolerating myself and others who seemingly don't want to do anything about what they know is the problem. And so it's an area I really need to work on, because in this thing called life, we have to not only be patient with ourselves, we have to be patient with others. But to be honest, it is a bit irritating when we know the problem and refuse to do anything about the problem. Go ahead on, man.
Yeah, I think some of us don't know the problem. I think some of us been wrapped around in that area, that spirit, that thing. Because I've been there. I've been there myself. You know, when you were saying it about different things can put you in the mood, that's true. Food, certain scents, certain smells, certain things. You know what I'm saying? But also the people you hang around. If you got around somebody that's always negative, you've been sitting there with them negative, you picking them apart all the time, being negative, they can have you that also.
You are absolutely correct.
I've been around someone that was like that, and I had to cut them off. Like, I don't want to be negative like that. And see, when you've been used to doing, you get so wrapped up. You know, you can be talking to somebody, all they talk about is they just put the phone down. And I went through my spirit. That was one of the things that I had to learn too. Like you're saying, about the people calling, and I went over there and I started listening to the people that I was around. It was always negative stuff, nothing. And I'm like, I cannot be dealing with this anymore. And I had to cut it off slowly till it was like, hey, I'm not going till I got strong enough to say, listen, we got to do something else. I don't want to hear about so-and-so and this and that. I want to have, what can we do? How can we fix these things that we got problems in? Instead of picking the negative, let's look at what we can do to make it better. You know, so that was my change for me on that. Also, they got good moves. Like, you know, my wife, we got a thing called tub time. I run up bath water. You know, I put some bubble bath, some soft soap in there, like some, you know, that smell, like you said, that candle, certain smells she like. Set the ambience. See, it's a good move. You can have an obvious move too.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? They just bad moves, but when you do feel them bad moves, you got a headache, find that thing that, hey, she like feet rub. Let me go get some lotion and rub on your feet. You know what I'm saying? Do some things. Get a massage. My sister-in-law, she like to go get a massage for at the massage and relax. But see, also it got bad mood, it got good moods. And also a mood could be going to a counselor, talking to someone to get you out that mood, to get answers. That can help your mood. It's different things to change those moves. Like I said, you stressed out about finances, you know, move. You can get somebody to counsel you about finance, you know what I'm saying, help you out with that. But it's ways to you be in a mood, but it's ways to also get you into a better mood. And I think, like I said, this lady gave me this. She told me, usually with people, man, it's like a ketchup bottle. You in a ketchup bottle, but you can't read the ingredients. See, somebody outside can read the ingredients and tell you the things that you didn't know. Hey, I see this, you doing this. You do this a lot, you know, but you got to be willing and humble to receive that. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, looking in that mirror or somebody else looking in that mirror with you. Now you look in that mirror, you see something else. I had this picture of my friend was working out. He started working out and they had this picture of Homer Simpson. You know how Homer Simpson got one little string of hair. He fat and all the way, but when Homer Simpson look in the mirror, he got long, golden blonde hair. He muscles. See some people look in that mirror and see that, and somebody got to say, "Hey, nah, bro, that ain't what it is." I'm not saying you can't get to that person, but you're not that person. Let me help you show you. You know, and sometimes we like to say we can frame things up, and it take work. It takes work to build to get to that person. It takes the right people that love you, want to see you win to get to that person. And through my journey in my life, man, that's what I got. I had to humble myself to really realize that I don't know. Obviously, something is wrong with me. Something I think that I am not. And I got to let somebody tell me that I trust. Some people told me that I didn't trust, that I had to go listen to what they're saying and go look in the mirror. So I go on my journey, man, and the Most High bless me that I humble myself to hear I give everybody a chance to say, at least go check on what they're saying. Did I do that? Did I look like that? Let me check that. Go ask somebody else that I trust to check myself, because we all need to check. We all need that accountability. We all need that, because sometimes we in that bottle, we can't see what's on the outside. We just see what's in the inside. We think what's in the inside of us, and sometimes we choose wrong. You know, sometimes we ready to blow up, and if we just take a moment, like the Most High say, be patient, be still. Sometimes we need to be still and then let it work out, and we're like, oh, it wouldn't even work we thought it was. And also somebody else, just because somebody else in a bad mood, don't mean that you had to get in a bad mood. See, that's that part that you create. That's that part that you got that clay and you build it. Just because you know what, they could be in a bad mood and you can brighten up their day. You could be the person that can change their mood, not let them control your mood. You can change their mood to make their day better. So it's always ways to cut out their mood, but moods does matter, man. Moods matters big, man, in what you're doing.
And here's the point here to go back and echo what you said, because I think this is pretty huge. Let's focus on the good.
Yeah.
It's like we have moods. Yes, we have bad moods, but guess what, friends? We have good moods too. If we will spend as much energy on the good, we can attract more good. You see, like attract like. You can create more good moods in your life, as Fletcher says, simply by observe the people you are around. How do they make you feel? What type of atmosphere, what kind of energy are you getting from these people? Are they people that find themselves criticizing and complaining all day, every day about something? And unknowingly and unwarily, believe it or not, that type of energy rubs off on you, and you're not even aware that it's rubbing off on you.
And facts, yep.
And you find yourself talking about people, complaining all the time, looking at the negative.
Yeah.
And then when you start hanging around different kind of energy, you will find yourself more like that. More like
you got a good husband, you got a good wife, you got a good job,
good family, good job.
The other person, man,
look at this neighborhood you living in.
Yeah. And now the other person you been with, they've been complaining about everything, and you find that you can't enjoy your place because you listen to somebody else.
Man, y'all have weather like this.
Yeah.
You know, It's not where you at, it's the people. We all hear the phrase, your heaven and hell is on earth, but what are we creating more hell around us?
Mm-hmm.
Or are we creating more heaven around us? You know, friends, there's an old song, and I love it immensely. The best things in life are free, because that song often reminds me, and should remind you, that all the things that we truly enjoy costs us $0 and is totally free. To be able to walk outside and have the wind hit you in your face, you can't purchase that. You can't purchase that sun shining on you. You can't purchase when it's springtime, or even when it's winter, to feel the coldness, to walk outside. Totally free. And I know people complain about the rain, but I'm gonna tell you, some days it feels damn good to walk in the rain. And it's free. And don't get me started on the moon. The moon is a beautiful sight. I'm kind of simple like that. I like stuff like that. It's good for the soul. It's good for my soul. It's good for the thought, the energy that I can pour from that. The creativity you can take from that. As they say, the audacity to be thankful and to think about all the things to be thankful that you already have, before you call your praying prayer as a prayer list of more things that you want. And you call that the prayer, instead of just having a thankful prayer list of all the things you now have. Mastering your mood. So we can choose to create and build our mood to be more positively or more negatively. That one on you. Go ahead on, Fletcher.
You're right, man. It's on you, man. You can choose to do. You have more control than we think we do, and we want to give other people our power. We give power to that other person, saying, "Well, they shouldn't have done this, if they wouldn't have done that, and this would," and letting our past control. You giving your power away. You have more power than that. We have the ability to be whatever we want to be in life, and we give our power away. We give it away constantly to other people, to other things. Place you'll be mad about what the place is. You'll say, "Oh, this place is this," and they never went around, ain't never rode around the corner, ain't went up the block, ain't went 2 streets over, ain't none of that, and just sit there and complain. And that would drive your mode. Every morning you get up, it would drive. You be over there looking at your neighbor, and the neighbor been did something, and you ain't never went over there, knocked on the door, and introduced yourself, and found out that person is totally different than what you thought. We can create our moods, man, for the bad or for the worse. That's what it is. It's all about mastering yourself. And I remember the Most High told me that he, when I was working one time, and I'm mad at where I'm working at, what he said, I can send somebody and change your life. And the whole thing was about my attitude. The whole thing was about my mood, how I was acting. Not about no one else. It's about what I need to do to fix me. So that's what it is, man. Controlling yourself, controlling your mood, controlling your day, man. It don't take it. I forgot they said how many muscles take to smile, but how many muscles take to frown, to be be upset, to walk around angry. And that person that you want to let in could be the person that can solve your problem. My grandmother used to always say, "Boy, you ain't got no problem. Boy, somebody give you some problems. Somebody give you some problems, and I promise your mood to be told. You have a mood, then you have the right to be saying, 'Oh Lord, you in a mood.'" So what I'm saying, control your mood, man. Control your day, because the opportunity, because that mood can cause you to miss opportunities with missed possibilities. That's what we're talking about. That's why we talk about mood, man. Mood can cause you to lose so many things. But like I say, it's other good moves too that you can use. So find the thing that work for you. So when you get in that point, because we all fall short. But what is that thing that you can take, you know what I'm saying, that you're going to be, to me, I can like to go be alone and put my headphones on and go meditate into, learn some things, read a book. My wife, like I say, she like to go get in the tub and bubble bath and do that and light the candles, and that relaxes her. So what is your mood? What do you love to do to get you out there? That's the things that look, we got all the we can point at anything to make us mad. But what are some of the things, put the chat in there, the things that you do to get you when you're in a bad mood, to take you and put you in a good mood? What do some of you like to eat? Some people like to eat. Like say some people like to go on trips. Some people, what do you like to do to put you in a better mood?
Absolutely. Excellent question. And the chat room is open. If anyone would like to share, what things do you do to put you in a good mood? Mm-hmm. And the link is also in the chat room if anybody want to come on and just voice it live here on Word on the Streets. And also, friends, we do have this thing that we often talk about is this self-limited belief. Some of us get trapped in, and we have bought some things that I don't think we no longer have to embrace or no longer have to hold on to, but for some reason we do. And many of the reason why we do is because we don't even take time to notice that some of the things that we do it because that it have always been done that way.
And been taught that way.
And been taught that way. We don't even we don't even question it.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes that can lock you in right there.
Yeah, a lot of things I did was a lot of stuff I would learn that I would tell you. Yeah, that's a fact. That is true. I can honestly say a lot of things that I did, I carried some things in my past that was holding me, not just growing up, but seeing other people doing it and doing around other people. So yeah, that carried a lot of weight. That does.
Right. And this conversation may be the key you need to unlock that door to get you out of that jail. Question some of the things that you do, friends. Not everything that you was taught was right. I'm sorry to be the one to say that to you. Yeah, a lot of things was great and was good, but I'm almost willing to bet you, Fletcher, some of the stuff you may need to get a second or third opinion on.
Yeah, and the time is that it carried you then, but it's not working now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it was a time then, time to go out of that and do something different. You know what I'm saying? You're much older, you're much different. So it's time to get out of that. It's time to be that elder. It's time to be smart. It's time to be that mother, that father, and say, hey, or that person, that brother, that sister, and say, you know what? I got to do better. I got to be better. It's time out for that too. Yeah.
Right. It was good at the season.
Yeah.
And that was the season for it to be good, but you're in a different season of your life now.
Correct.
And you want to change. You want better. But it might cause you to be uncomfortable to get to the better. And Fletcher and I, we are here to tell you that it's worth it. It's worth it to grow through the uncomfortableness, to make the changes, to become and live the life you truly want to live. Like everything and anything else, it's a growing pain. It's like working a muscle that you don't work every day. You will be sore. And the moment you grow and you accomplish one thing, there's always another step to take. And by doing all those things, you have to constantly observe your thoughts throughout your life. Because our thoughts affect how we feel, and how we feel, of course, affect our moods. Everything spills over. It's like a domino effect, which is why this topic is so important. No longer can we ignore our thoughts as if It's just me thinking. No, we can control our thoughts. Just like we can control the flow. We could turn the faucet on to run the water. You could turn that faucet off to turn the water off. If you have certain thoughts that always bring you back to where you were, but you no longer want to be where you were, you don't have to. Science have proven you don't have to. But you must be willing to work on that muscle and build that muscle until you can change that behavior about yourself. Go on, my brother.
Man, you said it all, man. Just we got to work, man, and you got to get help, and you got to do what you willing. If you're willing, you're able. So you got to be willing to fix things. And also, it ain't about being successful. It ain't about. It's just about laying down and being good. It's about just having a good day. It's about just waking up that day. It can be something simple as that and say, man, I had a good day today. I did this. Matter of fact, this week, I'm not letting nothing control me, nothing take me out of that. This month, I'm not gonna have nothing take me out of that. This year, I'm not gonna have nothing take me to that point. And it just start off like that, man. It just now you start to control. You will see how much you control, and you see how free you are. You see how much control you are, and you can rest. You can rest your mind. Rest. You know, a lot of people, like another thing, people like to read their Bible, people like to meditate and go to their quiet place, you know, but rest. And that's what I mean, man. That's the mode, man. It's like I said, it got bad, but it's more easy thing, more things you can do to solve those moves instead of to get in those moves. And we find it, it'd be so easy to get just like that, but it's so easy to shut it off too. If you master it, if you're working on it, if you realize it. That's all I got to say, Jordan. That's it, man.
It's like many of the speakers that we listen to. When you listen to them, you will find out that their communication to the masses is about personal development. It's not about how much money you can make. But see, all of that is a byproduct. Once you improve on yourself, these other things will follow. But it's about improving you inwardly. It's like a tree, friends. It's like an apple tree. It's like a branch of roses. It grows and eventually fruits come from the plant. Leaves come from the trees. When we invest in our inner self, then fruits will come from us.
Yeah, and that's when you start finding out is you're not following somebody else. That person can get you to a point, and once you start learning yourself and knowing yourself, like you said, your fruits started coming in within you, start bearing. Because now what you want in life and what I want in life could be two different things. What you want to do financially, what I want financially could be two different things. Spiritually, physically, I want to work out 5 days a week. You might say, I just want to work out 2 or 3. And see, you will be okay with that. I'm gonna walk around the neighborhood. I'm gonna run around the neighborhood. You will be okay with that. See, now you found your place where you belong. You found what you need for you. But you might start out following somebody. You might start out, then you might start following another person. Then eventually you find yourself. You know, me and Strawnair talk about Jim Rohn. We talk about Eric Trump. We talk about different. You start following them people and following, then you start saying, you know what? I'm strong enough now. Mm-hmm. I go back and listen to little stuff, you know what I'm saying? Listen, read the Bible. I'm getting stronger now. You start reading more and getting deeper now. You're stronger. See, they're like you working out. When you start out, you're lifting a 45. Now you're lifting 145. You got stronger. You start trusting yourself. You start believing in yourself. You start resting more. You start being at ease. Your mood is changing. You're more confident. You're more knowledgeable. See, then now I know where I'm going. Let's see how we went from the mood and how all that come, like we started was saying, and start going to different levels just from your mood, just working on your mood. And we got so much other things, attitude and all that. So this is necessary. And we'll take it lightly and think our mood, oh, I had to go there. They did this and you just, it's necessary that, no, you didn't have to do that. That's a problem. That's a problem.
And friends, here's a solution that you can start immediately after this show. This thing here, the cell phone, you can record yourself saying good things to yourself, good things about yourself, or positive. You can make positive affirmation in your own voice and play them back throughout the day while you take a walk, while you resting at night. And it's in your tone, in your voice, and it will change your mood. And the more you do that, the more you listen, the more this become a part of you, it becomes a part of you. It becomes you. What you wear eventually start wearing you. Isn't that neat, Prince? That's just how it is. What we do on this program, what we talk about, it start wearing us. That it hold our feet to the things that we're saying. So therefore I can no longer just willy-nilly live and be what and who I once were. It takes on you. So the words you say, that mood, it takes on your mood and it covers you. That even when you get out of that mood, what you have built in, what you have deposited in, it will tap you on the shoulder. Like you just said, you probably could have said that better. You could have approached that differently. And you make those adjustments. You don't have to get down about it. You don't have to stay depressed about it because you've already learned. Life is a learning curve, but we must be open to learn and make the shift and make the changes as we learn. See, every day is a day of discovering something new and adapting to the newness, not accepting to stay the same. I've always been this way. Okay, that was great. Making changes can be an invitation to newness, to openness, to growth. Learning is continuing learning, continuing growing. That's what life is all about. Go on, my friend.
Oh, no, man, it's time. I'm done. You said enough, man. So hey, keep working on that, man. We thank y'all for listening to us, man. Hit the like button. Share this content, man. Share this content. We appreciate you. We love now. You go ahead and say the last word there. But that was good, man. Working on that was good. And we want to make that special, man. We think those things doesn't matter. All them things doesn't matter. You know, I'm talking to my son about that. And you're like, well, Dad, I can't change this. That's how I am. Yeah, you can change, son. You can. You can work on your empathy. You can work on your attitude. You can work on a lot of things you can change. You don't have to get that power to somebody else. But that's it.
All right. Thank y'all again for tuning in. LaDiana, Selena, thank y'all so much. Appreciate y'all driving up and appreciate y'all sharing the link. So stay put. We'll see how the weather turn out. And if so, we will try to come back on. You can know why.